Hi, it's been absolutely ages since I've done a YouTube video. It's now 5:30 in the evening on December the 31st, 2020, and I thought I actually want to start doing more regular readings. I've even changed the name of my channel to Queen of Pentacles Tarot. I've actually had that name on Instagram for quite a while. Anyway, I wanted to do a reading for the new year, just as a blessing to you, and maybe to give you some insight into the coming year. It's, as everyone knows, it's been a challenging year, and I think we all need a little bit of a boost of fresh energy. With the waning moon, we can release any negative energies that may have built up over the year. Anyway, so let's start. So the first card that we're going to look at, I just wanted to talk about these decks. This is a tarot deck that I made for myself. I had it printed at a printing shop. I made the backs out of shiny metallic paper that I got from a stationery shop. And I designed the deck myself with free public domain vintage art that I got from the internet, and I designed it on Canva, so it really didn't cost me a lot of money, but I just felt like doing something unique. This little deck here is one of the first decks that I ever had. I also made it myself. I laminated it. It's a little oracle deck. And then this is Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle. Anyway, we're going to start with the first tarot card. This tarot card represents the energy of the year past, energy that we're going to be letting go of. Okay, Page of Cups. Now, oh, there's an ant crawling on it. We've got a major ant problem. It's summer here, and the ants come inside to get away from the terrible heat. So if you look at the Page of Cups, this is a little girl. She's got her toy. It looks a bit like a rag doll, and she's reading a book. I think for many people it was a really hard year, but I also think for some people it was a chance to develop new passions, new hobbies, new interests, find new ways of doing things. I also think we're leaving this year with a lot of hopeful energy that things are going to be better, and the cups is about emotion, and the page is like a new energy, a willingness to learn, to grow. And so although we're actually not releasing that energy, maybe we must be willing to grow even more and to develop and mature spiritually, to go deeper, to not just touch the surface of finding our spiritual path and finding our way, but go deeper. And like, I don't know about you, but with all the stress and worry of the last year, the fear of getting COVID, the fear of losing loved ones, the fear of losing income, which has actually happened to me in the past year, all these fears have made me aware of how important it is to be mindful of my thoughts and not to allow myself to get carried down this path of worry and fear and anxiety, and because I know it affects my body, and my body lets me know when I'm anxious. So I've had to learn to become more mindful of my thoughts and to watch what I think about, and to also be careful how much news I take in. The media can be very negative and they sensationalize the negative stuff. So I think we're going to release that sense of just starting out or barely touching the surface of our spiritual growth that we began this past year. And we're going to move deeper and become stronger and more agile and able to handle more. Okay, let's look at the next two cards are going to be what type of energy we're going to move into in the coming year. Okay, I don't do reversed. The Fool and the Three of Cups. Oh, I like that. So the Fool is about, sorry about the shine on the card, it's because they laminated so they pick up all the light. The Fool is about jumping ahead into a new energy, into taking a risk, taking a chance, learning new things. So in a way, we're sort of carrying on this new energy into the new year. We may be releasing some of it, that feeling of just learning, but now we're sort of jumping into the deep end. I can see it that way. And then the Three of Cups is closeness and community and growth as a community. We've had to go through hard times together. It's in a way it's brought the whole world together because we've all had to deal with the same problems this year. Some people, some countries worse than others, but we all can sympathize and empathize with one another. And I think hopefully as the vaccines come out and the pandemic becomes less dangerous, or well, let's say it spreads less, we'll have more opportunities to meet with each other as we come out of quarantine. And we've just learned to appreciate how important it is to have friendship and family and people that we can talk to and be with. As you can see, these three children are having a little tea party together outside. They've got maybe, I think it's cake and cookies and tea, and there's a little dolly sitting on the fence, and then there's a cat and a dog, hoping that they'll get a little bit of the treats themselves. So I like the vibe of this card. It's still that young energy. I think we've evolved as humanity. Okay, not everyone, but we've grown spiritually. A lot of people have awakened to something this year and have realized that a materialistic lifestyle isn't everything, that there's so much more. And so there's still that like new energy, like the children, but now we're going to start working together and be in unity with one another as we have entered into the age of Aquarius. So we will become more community based and hopefully treat one another better and be kinder to one another and consider those that are less privileged and work for equality and diversity and kindness. So the last tarot card I want to look at is just general advice from Spirit for the coming year. The Two of Cups. Wow, there's a lot about relationships in the second part of this reading. The Two of Cups it's a card of intimacy and closeness and fellowship and relationship. And I think what Spirit is saying is make time for the larger community, but don't neglect those that are close to you, your loved ones and your family and your partner, they are the ones that have your back, and they are the ones that walk beside you. And I get the feeling that Spirit wants to bless your relationships this year and give you the intimacy and the growth and the potential that you've been longing for. Okay, let's have a look at the oracle cards. Let's look at this one. Messy is beautiful. Let me just turn it this way. I like this because I know some people have perfectionist tendencies and they want everything to be perfect and in control. And people who are perfectionists are often the worst with themselves, and they want everything inside themselves to be just right. They can't have any negative emotions or difficulties or struggles, or they think everything has to fall in line. And I've realized that with self-love, that's not the way to love yourself. That's not the way to live in abundance and joy and peace and happiness. Sometimes we have to go through difficult times, but with every difficult time there's a lesson and there's a beauty in it and there's a gift. Like these flowers, they're beautiful. They would make a wonderful gift, and we can take that gift from the messy parts of our lives and plant it in the soil and grow something more sustaining and beautiful out of it. It doesn't just have to be a once-off gift like a bouquet of flowers that you get given from the shop that dies after a few days, but rather something sustainable and lasting that can grow in the garden of your heart and flourish and give you a new something in your heart that you've never had before, a new sense of peace, a new sense of wholeness, a new strength, a new beauty, a new awareness of your own beauty. So yes, messy is beautiful, and we're all messy, and life is messy, but that's what makes it so beautiful. That's how we can grow and learn and flourish. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Understanding. Oh wow, so I feel this just carries on with the message. I think there's a twofold message here. I think there's a message to grow in understanding of what true self-love is and how to rise and triumph above or through the messy parts of our lives and through the challenges that we face. And this understanding is also something we need to offer to others as we grow in understanding and compassion towards ourselves, so we can offer that to others and help them and give them the gift of understanding, of a listening ear, of empathy, of seeing things, spending a moment in someone else's shoes and seeing life through their perspective, being non-judgmental. I think that's one of the hardest things. The reason we are so judgmental is because that's how we've learned to treat ourselves. That's what we've been conditioned. Because when we're children, we're taught right and wrong, which is good. We're taught how to be a decent member of society. But there's a point where we have to stop the judgment and we have to start loving and accepting ourselves. And we're moving on to a new level, a higher vibration of love and peace and acceptance and grace and mercy towards those around us. Anyway, I really wish you a wonderful, wonderful 2021. My word for the year that I got, well, for 2020, my word was flow. and my tarot card for the year was the Lover's card, and I would definitely say that it was a year of learning to choose intuitively, learning to find myself and my mind and my heart about things, learning what serves me and what doesn't serve me. And I also learned to go with the flow. Like, sometimes things don't happen straight away. Things that you really want, they don't happen straight away, but they happen in the right time. And I definitely learned that a lot this year. So my card for 2021 is the Chariot, and the word I got was fortitude. I wasn't too impressed when I got that word, and I don't always identify with the Chariot card, but I've been meditating on it and I've been thinking, but the Chariot card is a positive card. It's a card of victory. It's a card of overcoming difficulties and keeping, it's like you're keeping your hand on the reins, and you're keeping things in control, and it's not falling to pieces because you're managing to keep it going, and you need fortitude for that. So I'm trusting that as I go into this new year, that there's a supernatural strength that's going to be given to me to keep my reins on the vehicle of my life and keep things strong and powerful and autonomous and victorious and moving forward, action, manifestation. Anyway, I wish all the best for you too, that you would get that. Much love and light. Thank you. Bye.